Okay, so Alex Snicker, let's pick your brain a little bit about the Senate race. Obviously, this one is so huge. Rick Scott and Bill Nelson. I personally think this is going to be the kind of thing where neither one of them right now appear to be making any noise whatsoever. Neither one of them are really making any headlines. Neither one of them are really. I've kind of like I do my little quiet polling, and kind of feel things out in my circles of influence, and no one's really paying any attention to them at all. However, I think that what we're going to find there, that midnight hour, that late October and November, we're going to have Trump show up, hug and kiss on the Rick Scott to try to push him over the edge. Do you think that'll be enough?
I don't know if that will happen at the end, like you're saying, but I don't know if it'll need to either. I do think that Gillum winning on the Democrat side for the governor's race helps Nelson in the general. So I do think that that by Gillum winning, it's actually going to help Nelson. But I still think that Rick Scott's going to win this thing. And the reason why I think Rick Scott's going to win this thing is because, look, he is annoyingly on message. Like it is dang near offensive how on message he actually will stay on no matter what's being asked of him. He always gives the same, it's jobby job before. Now it's going to be term limit, career politician. But you know what, though? I actually think that that's going to work in a Senate race. I think people are sick and tired of Bill Nelson. One, because, he's kind of been a wallflower up there. He hasn't been, he's not a progressive champion or a liberal champion up there. He's an astronaut that wins in a purple state. And I think that Rick Scott might be able to actually be the guy that takes them out. I mean, the Republicans have tried before, and they've been unsuccessful every time, but they've never had a candidate that could fund his own campaign like Rick Scott can. And, with the data mining that campaign has done, and, because they're buying their stuff from AFP and they're getting their data from the right places. They know the message to do, and I think that their get out the vote effort is going to be much better than Nelson's is going to be. And because, again, the Democrats got so many races that they're looking at, I think Scott wins it at the end of the day, and I don't even think he needs Trump to do it.
Yeah, I really couldn't agree with you more there, and I think that Gillum actually, and you're saying it gave him a little bit of a bump in the sense of I think it gives him a bump based on turnout from that leftist side, but they can't possibly be looking at such an establishment candidate as anything other than just holding their nose to vote for a Democrat over Scott. And Gillum went out and he's partnering with Chris King now as his lieutenant governor, and he's going more progressive, so he's actually moving away from an establishment candidate. So whoever thought that we would see Bill Nelson basically riding the coattails of a progressive candidate for governor to get reelected? It's crazy, isn't it?
Hey, look, politics is a crazy animal, and it was crazy before 2016. There isn't any rules anymore now, so I'm not surprised. I'm getting to the point now where I'm just not surprised at anything I see anymore in any of these races. I would be surprised if things went normal at this